Hi, everybody. I see Dana and Craig. Hi. There's probably a delay. Excuse me while I clear my throat and stuff. Good to see you. I tried to send out, give a little bit of a notice. Hi, Quinn. I tried to give a little bit of a notice. I had company this morning that I didn't think I was going to have till later this evening, so I had to put it off for a couple of hours while they visited. I was so glad to see them. Former co-worker, but remained really, really good friends over the years. So it was really good to see them. And so I was going to go sit outside by the pond or by the chickens or something like that for this live stream, but we have rainy weather today. So you're stuck looking at my stuff, looking at all my little thingies. How is everybody? Hi, June, Dana, Chris, Craig, Quinn. Good to see y'all. Make sure I didn't forget anybody. So I've got the green market coming up this Friday. So I've been in overtime because I've got this one and then another one on November 4th. And so I'm doing a bunch of Christmas stuff because we won't do another one until like next April or May. So, but I've been making lots of Christmas ornaments and little gnomes and things like that. And I went ahead and made all my incense burners up already. So now I'm just on Christmas stuff. So I'll show you guys later some of the stuff if you want to see it. But I've just been working my little fingers to the bone, creating like all these little doodads. But it's fun and it's a relaxing kind of a cathartic thing for me to work with the clay and stuff. So how's everybody's weather where you're at? Hello, Jackie. So my chickens, one of my chickens laid an egg while my friends were here, and we were sitting out on the deck because it wasn't raining yet. And she always makes it, pardon me, makes a production of it. And I was like, I bet you $1 I could go down there and get an egg after she quieted down. And sure enough, there was one. There was one in the nest. Hey, backyard astronaut, Aaron. Do you a favor. What favor would you like for me to do? Y'all check out Backyard Astronaut. He gets some really fantastic footage of the moon and stuff, and as well as Craig and everybody. But if you haven't checked out Backyard Astronaut, he's one of our friends. Please do so. Show my camera? Sure. It's right behind me. Hang on a second. Gotta excuse the milk crates back here. I got that's what all my stuff's packed in for the green market. Sure, it's right behind me. This is my Nikon P1000 that's been converted into full spectrum. Still works just like the P1000. Now it can see in infrared and ultraviolet. So this is what I use to get all those moonshots you guys see. It's got a hell of a telescopic. So I'm not used to doing it from the side. Oh. What? I think I might forgot to put my memory card in there, and so it's giving me a fit. Let me see. No. It says it's right protected. I must have slid the little notch or something. Let's see here. And I've got a really nice, shoot. I've got a really nice tripod, heavy duty tripod, and I also have a really expensive tracker on that tripod. So that helps. You know, good camera and a good tripod, especially with these cameras, and a really good tracker. There we go. Here we go. So it's a nice big old, weighs about 3.5 pounds. This is extended all the way out. And then you can get another 4 times digital on top of that. So it's got 3,000 millimeter telescopic length plus another 4 times digital. And it's got a 77 millimeter lens. So you get a nice good wide shot. And that's it. That's the camera. This is what I use to get all my moonshots. And then the editing software that I use is called HitFilm Express. It's shareware. You can pay for extras in it, but it's really not necessary. I do not use filters or anything like that unless I tell you. Like, you know, I might say, let's darken this up and see what it looks like, but I always show you the raw. And if I don't say there's a filter, then there's not one. So, but this is it. And that's it. And then I've got also for the infrared videos, I've got my little Bushnell. My little Bushnell infrared. It's a monocular, a single. You see it? This is what I get all the little UFOs with, and the satellites and stuff. And I've got a pretty decent, my original tripod that I got for my original Nikon P1000 camera. That's heavy duty, but wasn't heavy duty enough. For that camera as what I mount on this, or mount this on. And I just have like a little slide plate there. And this is it. That's my equipment. I mean, if you guys want to see the tripods, I'll be happy to show them to you, but that's what I got. Now, let me see what I missed in the chat here. Let's see. I better not set that there. It'll get knocked off because I have no doubt Sweet Pea will decide that she needs to eat while we're doing this, and her food bowls are on the table. I have to put her food bowls up on the table because Ernie, well, I still catch him jumping up here eating her food, but he's not supposed to. He still does. Let's put that down there. So, show the tripod too. Okay. Hi, Dan. All right. I don't know if I can get it all in this shot. This here is a very, let me scooch my chair out of the way. Okay. I am, just for height wise, I am 5'8". So I'm pretty tall. And this isn't even extended up as high as it'll go. But I guess I can try to show you guys what and this is an Ioptron tracker. You can see it. And so my camera, it's actually upside down. The camera gets mounted right here. And so it's got this tracker on it. This is heavy, just so you know. This is a really expensive tracker. It's like one of the best you can get. Ioptron. It's an Ioptron SkyGuider Pro. And the cool thing about it is I can mount the Nikon P1000 up here. I can mount another camera down here like my little IR camera. Oh, I just thought of that. I can mount my little IR camera down here and get virtually the same shot with two different cameras at the same time. And this tripod will handle it. Can't remember what the brand of this tripod is. I know it was expensive as hell. It's a Neewer, I think. That's what it is, and it's like very big, very heavy duty. James built me a nice little rack over here on the wall to hang my tripods and stuff with. So let me put it back up. And this is sold, this one here was my original tripod. This is sold as a heavy duty, it's like a 77-inch tripod. This alone is not good enough for a Nikon P1000 if you're thinking about it. Go for heavier and bigger, because it might not be like the actual tripod is strong enough, but the head on it cannot handle the weight of the Nikon P1000 unless you have it level. But you know, when you're looking around, you're going to be wanting to do this number. And so, like, if you want to try to get a low shot, like a low on the horizon, well, and you're like really zoomed out, this can't, it's just like impossible to get it to stay on the shot you want it. And plus you don't have a tracker. Tracker is your friend. So, but this is a good heavy duty tripod, but it is not good enough for a Nikon P1000. Even with the dove plate, which I had, for the original camera I had, even with the dove plate, it still couldn't handle the weight. So it says it can handle 60 pounds. Yeah, I'm sure it can, level without buckling, but it certainly cannot hold 3.5 pounds at a slant. The weighted, yeah, the one I've got, the tracker, and that tripod has weights to it, but I don't, because that's the kind of tripod you would put like a 10-inch telescope on. It's really heavy duty. But because the camera is only 3.5 pounds, I don't need the weights. But I do have them. I just don't need them. But if I ever get a big telescope, I'll have them. Hi, Zombie! And Deanne and Quinn, Jackie, Aaron, Dana, and Craig. And did I miss anybody? Hope not. Let's see, what does it say? Hey, Cindy and everyone, I'm out at the park and I don't have a great signal. Well, I'm glad to see you, Zombie. So, trying to look at the comments real quick. Hey, Chris. So, yeah, that's my equipment. That's it. So, I'm out of breath. That stuff's heavy. And remember, I do live on this side of a hill, literally. So, yeah, think about toting all that heavy stuff back up the hill. Can you show me how the tracker works? This is the bit I have trouble with on my ball head tripod. I get wibbles. Well, what the tracker does is, so let's say you are set on the moon, right? And it's set, you set up your shot. Well, you have to set your tracker up to the Polaris. Is it Polaris? The North Star. You have to set your tracker up to that. Anyway, that's initially. But you turn it on and it tracks, like, so if the moon is, let's say the moon is rising and it's kind of going this way, the tracker actually goes with it. Now, when I zoom up really, really close, that tracker doesn't, it doesn't keep up with it, but it still slows that panning of the moon. It slows it down considerably so that I can see a lot more. And that's how it works. So you can set it for the sun. That one you can set for the sun, the stars, the moon. Whether you're in the northern hemisphere or the southern hemisphere makes a difference too. You're walking around holding up your phone in New York City, Cambria Park. So yeah, so I mean, there's smaller, cheaper trackers than that available that I'm sure would work. but I got heavy duty because, you know, why not? I cheated with the magnification by using a zoom ocular lens is why I'm able to get really close, says Aaron. Hey, it's not cheating. You do what you do. Evidently, I've heard about it. I guess he's still around, but evidently there's an old hillbilly around this area who has made one and has made a few homemade telescopes. He makes the lens and everything, and it's like closer than anything you can buy right now. But I've not ever got to see it or look at it. At this point, it is just a legend. But if I ever do, and if I'm allowed to, I'll take the camera and show it. But I don't even know. So I mean, that like Aaron, you know, like I said, when I show you raw footage, that's raw footage. When I pull it up in my editor, my magnifier, the reason why I like that is because I'm still getting a really good, because I shoot in the highest quality I can, which is 4K. That makes a difference too. Don't chintz for lack of room on a card. I spent $30 on little SIM cards that are specifically for video, and $30 a pop for 128 gigabytes. And then I shoot all my stuff in 4K, high quality, everything. And so then when you do get it in an editor and you want to magnify, you can still magnify up with still a really, really good high quality in your footage. So if you shoot in 1080p, you're going to get 1080p footage. Do you see what I'm saying? So what I do is I shoot in 4K and I reduce it down to 1080p to upload it at 60 frames per second. So, I mean, that's pretty much it. I don't do anything special. I'm really particular about the conditions when I go out and shoot the moon. Like if it's super cloudy, not going to do it. Unless I'm wanting that effect. If it's really super humid, it's hard to get really good shots. It makes them get you kind of that granular looking deal. But the best time to capture the moon is when it's either rising or setting. And then like the last couple of videos I've done, one was the moon rising right as the sun was fixing to rise. So it's kind of getting that glow off the sun, even though the sun was still below the horizon or just coming up over the horizon. And then the next one I did was the moon was setting when the sun was setting. So, or just after sunset, technical sunset, but you could kind of still see the pink in the sky over the mountains. And so you get that glow off the sun. And with the full spectrum, seeing in infrared and ultraviolet, then, you know, that extra stuff that gets lit up that normally you wouldn't be able to see, we can see. And so all those crazy looking lights and things like that, and like even along the Terminator line, there's some edge around there that's lit up that I wasn't able to see with the other camera. And also you can see a lot down into the dark craters now too, where, you know, I always see stuff in them. So, and Jackie says backyard astronauts shots are fabulous. Yes, they are. They are. They're really nice and crisp. He really takes his time, and so does like Craig 1971. If you haven't checked out his channel, he gets some really, really nice stuff, and there's a lot of his videos that I just find really relaxing. So. Oh, thanks, Dana. There's my twinsy. I use I don't know how to pronounce that. Is it Savani 205 camera, but find it oversaturates and can be a pain. That's one of the things cool about the P1000 too, is there is a plethora of different settings that you can, and I do. Every time I capture the moon, it's a little bit different. So I always use the manual settings. I always just like, let's see what this does. Let's see what we can see with this setting, or this ISO, or this f-stop, or, you know, this mode. Let's see an aperture mode. Let's see in, you know, all these different modes. And that's why I see the things I see, because I am not afraid to step outside of what the professionals say you should do, because you guys know my motto is don't tell me what to do. I do my own thing. So my own thing is let's push this button and see what it does. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. I've lost opportunities to get some really great footage because my settings were shit. So, but hey, that's how you learn, right? I suppose I probably drove my mom nuts wanting to know what button, let's see what this does kind of thing. So I had a couple of my grandkids that are the same way. So yeah, if anybody didn't hear me, I was going to do my live outside by the chickens or out by the pond today, but it is a rainy day and I'd rather not. My laptop is on its last leg as it is, and so I certainly wouldn't want it to get wet. Yep, the best way is to do your own thing, Craig. Who can resist pushing a button? Not me, because like I'm one of those people, if I walked up and saw something that says do not push this button, I'm sorry, but I think my finger, my button pushing finger would just take a mind of its own and push it just to see why not. Like, don't put it there if you don't want me to push it. Yeah. And my little grandson, the newest addition to the family, he's just over a year old. He's going to be a little button pusher already. I can tell he's a very curious young man, very curious. So he's a sweetheart, really sweet. When he sees Meemaw and Pawpaw, he says, "Hi!" He screams it really loud. "Hi!" Chris says, "I'm glad you don't work for the nuclear weapons system, you button pusher." Oh, that's too funny. That's too funny. So, anywho, like I said before, what I'd really like to do is anybody who has anything at all to share, please email me, hillbillymoonwatch@gmail.com, and email me your photos or short videos or links to videos of yours, or something that you have permission to share, or whatever. If you just want everybody to see it, if you've got something on, if you've got a channel, if you got something on your channel you want to share, I think everybody here is a moderator, but if you are a moderator, you are allowed to post links. If you are not a moderator, you will have to ask a moderator to post it for you. But you can post your links in the chat anytime you want to your channels. Or if you, like I said, I've had several people that don't have channels but have stuff they want to share. The orbs, the 2 orb videos that were on somebody's front porch, that was shared with me. It was not my video, but I said so in the description. We don't have Pinochle yet, Jackie, because we don't have the fence up yet. It seems that whenever there's something that's physically hard to do, that the hubby needs help with, everybody scatters. So he's got a lot of post holes to dig, and so we've got to get the fence up first, because if we don't put the fence up, the first thing he's going to do is run up across the road where there's full-size mares, because that's what he does. He's a stud horse. He's a stallion. So we think to help make the money to feed him, we will probably stud him out, which all we have to do is let them bring their girl horse here for a few days. And then we get paid for it. So I'm good with that. And I'm sure Pinochle will appreciate it. What is your take on the lunar base story that was going around on the web? Which one, Aaron? Because I mean, there's been talk of lunar bases since we went to the moon in the 60s. I know I'm sure there's bases. Now, if they're planning with the Artemis mission, they're planning on actually building a base on the moon. So even if there ain't one, there will be. Oh, thanks, Craig. He don't ask nobody, Chris. That's his thing. And that and besides that, you know, he's you're a Southern dude too. But I mean, I'm not physically strong enough to dig post holes. We've got to move the chicken coop already. So, well, all of them, yeah. I mean, you know what? A lot of the stuff that I show, I think looks like it could be bases and that are either were or are still active. Yeah, it's true. You know that, Chris. They expect you to be there right now to help them, but when you need help, they're just everybody's busy. Coffee. Cheers, everybody. You'll help in spirit. Yeah, but we got to get the fence up, and we want everything ready for him before Thanksgiving because the grandkids are coming for Thanksgiving, and then I've got some nephews that are the age of my grandkids, and so because I have a little sister, my youngest sister is younger than my oldest daughter. So I have little nephews. She has 3 boys, rambunctious boys, raised in Southern Kentucky. So they're coming, and my mama will be here, and of course my daughter and my lovely granddaughters. And so everybody will be here for Thanksgiving, but we haven't told any of them that we're getting pinochle. They've always just went down. Always, as soon as they get here, they run down and go to the fence and try to feed him grass and stuff like that. So he'll be here. He's going to have a better life than he's ever had. James is. We already have the fencing here. We've had it in the barn for years. A friend of ours gave it to us, and we knew we were going to fence some kind of critter in, but we didn't know what. And so we've been asking if we could get pinochle for years, and now I guess their grandkids have outgrown him, and they're not paying attention to him and stuff. So he's finally going to let us have him. So the stall in the barn where we had all the fencing is going to be Pinocle's new home. We also have a big wood-burning potbelly stove in the barn. So in the winter when it gets cold, he'll be warm. And then the chickens, their coop is mobile. So we can actually, if it gets really cold, we can move them in the barn too, so they can have heat with the wood-burning stove. So everything's good, and maybe in a year or two we'll be able to get goats and put them up here on the hill too. Let's see, what does Aaron say? It's just that it's so weird that someone who finds UFOs on the moon, but somehow in all the footage I have, I was never able to see anything but birds and planes crossing. Yeah, same. I'll tell you, with a tracker, it makes a big difference. I'm sure you've probably got a tracker on your telescope, don't you, Aaron? But what I do that I have seen, I don't know that they're UFOs to me, but when I can zoom, I can slow the video down to about 3 or maybe 5% of what 100%. So 3 or 5%. That's very, very slow. That's basically frame by frame by frame by frame. Slow it way down, and then get my magnifier out and magnify way up, and I can see little teeny black dots. You all know I've talked about those dots. Little teeny black dots that tend to gather around wherever these light sources are in the craters. Like the really, really lit up ones, you'll see these little dots, but they all appear to be moving around. Now, there's a lot of people who will say those are craterlets. I don't believe it because I've seen it. If it appears and reappears and appears and reappears in the same spot, yeah, that's a craterlet. But if it appears over here in what would be probably 100 miles in just that quick, nah, that's not a craterlet. If you can see it. So what I do is slow it way, 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 way down, then zoom way up. If you could try that in whatever your editing software is, Aaron, and see if you can catch anything like that. But you still can't get any definition. They just look like little black dots. That's all I know. I don't know. I don't claim that they're anything but what they are. They're little black dots that appear to be flying. And then sometimes there's silver dots in there too, like, or white. So I don't know. Yeah, just try it for your own, you know, just for your own curiosity. I did. That's good. So I'm having a rough day. Oh, sorry, Chris. It's good to see you too, bud. It's that kind of weather day. My back was hurting me earlier. So we got weather. Yeah, curiosity. They say curiosity kills the cat, but if that was true, I'd have been dead a long time ago. It's gotten me in trouble a few times. So, does anybody, I asked earlier, but I'm going to ask again in case I missed it. Does anybody at all have anything they'd like to share? It doesn't matter. You feel free to share whatever you want. In the meantime, for those of you who like my artwork, and those of you who don't, sorry, you're gonna have to live through it. There's a lot of us who do things on the little things, crafty things on the side. I love to share that too. It doesn't just have to be sky watching. Y'all don't write me off. Videos coming soon. Yay! Christopher Rollins, please subscribe to his channel. He has a 14-inch behemoth telescope, and he lives up on top of a mountain. So, we went to the forest and took some cool pictures of mushrooms. Awesome. Were they magic mushrooms? Did you pick them? What did you name the chickens? Haven't named them yet. That's why I was going to do today was go sit down there by them. And one of them is going to be named Raven because that's what my twinsy wants. And she named one of her chickens Jenny after my sister. So one of them is Raven. And I think Raven is going to be, she's kind of my favorite because she's not the favorite of the other two. They pick on her. They've plucked some of her feathers out around her head. She's not bald or anything, but anyway, that there's two of them that pick on her a little bit, and so she tends to be my favorite. I hand feed her. I go pick figs off the tree that are ripe, and I hold it so that she can get it, and the other ones won't take it away from her or anything like that. So I've always been one to be all in for the underdog because I was an underdog. I was a very extremely shy little girl, way taller than everybody else because I got my height early. I was really tall and really lanky and very, very shy and very clumsy. The kids called me Olive Oil from Popeye. And I was real backwards. And so I always have a tendency to gravitate toward the people who aren't the most popular, because generally the most popular people are most popular because they're not that good of a person. So I mean, just in my experience, the underdogs are usually the people who are going to be true and real, and that's who I choose to associate with, is people who are real. You know what? I would rather somebody be an asshole to my face and be a real honest person than somebody to smile and lie through their teeth and look me in the eye. You know? Yeah, Aaron, he has a 14-inch scope. I've only done the guitar picking vids lately, and latest with the 1929 Indian motorbike. Hey, Quinn, I haven't had a chance to watch your last couple of videos yet, but I did see the notification, and I am going to go check them out. But Quinn is an awesome guitarist, absolutely awesome. So please go check That's Burn MC3 in the chat if you're not sure who I'm saying, Quinn. Check out his music. I absolutely just, I actually save your videos and put them on my playlist. So anyway, now I'm going to show you my art. Okay. I've been making these little, oh, in some jars too. I've been making these little guys. And I'll have them at the green market. Whatever I don't sell at the green market, I'll list on the website where you can, but like they're all different, no two alike. They're just little, I call them elf gnomes because they're gnomes with ears, pointy elf ears, but they're all different. Little 3Ds. Here's one. Let's see. And here's another one. And then I also made like some little just flat stuff. Just little ornaments. So I'm in Christmas mode right now. And some jars. Show you guys, made some jars. This one's already spoken for, but I'll show it to you anyway. Little stash jars. I make these. They're recycled jars that had other things in them. And so, like this is a little, and it's a working jar. It's glass jar that I put clay around. So, and then this one was a honey jar. Got from a local farmer some honey, and so I redid the jar. There's the lid. And this was a instant coffee jar, and so all my jars are functional. So they're stash jars. You can stash whatever you want in there. But this one was a instant coffee jar. So I should do those, and then oh, here's something else I made. So you know we've had to chop down a lot of trees and stuff around here, a lot of cedar trees. So I've made a couple of these. This is you can put tea lights on it or candles, like so you can let's see, not drop it, especially if it's lit. Make sure you put this securely on a flat surface before you light the candles, please. Okay. So anyway, I made this. Screw it. Imagine the tea light sitting on it. Anyway, just as like some branches that he had cut off the logs and stuff, and I asked him to slice them up, just different slices. And so I sanded them down and got the bark, most of the bark off of them, and then these have been varnished and stuff. And so it's just like a little centerpiece you can put tea lights on or whatever. So there's that. I've made a couple of those. Oh, let me show you this. So we've been really digging on making stuff out of scraps and trying to have the least amount of waste as possible. And so I like literally go down to the barn and looking, like he puts all of his little pieces, his drops, he calls them, in a little thing. And I always go down there digging around, and it gives me like inspiration to make things out of it. But he made this for me. There's a heart-shaped, started off with a heart. We had a little heart-shaped tree that he had to cut up. And so I loved this, and he was like, well, let me make you something. So this is part of my display for the green market, so I can put my little incense burners and stuff on there. And this was just made out of scraps. So this is a piece of red cedar. It's all red cedar, but he made some whiskey barrel sinks, like Jack Daniel's whiskey barrel, and he made one for the cabin, but he made another one for a new house, and he had to cut out a part for the top, and this was just the cutout part. And look, that he made me the coolest shelf. There's the back of it. There's the front of it. So I can set that on the table at the green market and display my stuff. And let's see here. I'll show you a couple of these little ornaments I made. And I'm still making, I'm in overdrive. I've got stuff with wet paint and wet clay and everything sitting all over here. But like just making these little handmade ornaments for the Christmas tree. Here's a Skywatcher one. I'm thinking about doing the giveaway with this one. This looks just like the necklace, June's necklace. It's a little bigger than her necklace though, but they're signed. This one actually says Yurt on the back of it. And then there's some smaller ones for smaller trees. And you know, here's one. I got the door open, fresh air in the house. Even though it's rainy, it's still getting a glare. So anyway, that's what I'm doing right now. It's keeping me busy besides my regular house stuff. And so then I've got more stuff over here I'm working on. But Anja Van Duren, hello, good to see you in the stream. Welcome. So I don't have any of the Christmas stuff listed yet, but if there's anything you saw that you would like, email me and let me know, and I'll put it up. Because other than that, I'm saving it all up for the green market, and then whatever I don't sell at the green market, I'll list on my site. So thank you guys. Anja is my fiance, says Aaron. Oh, hi Anja. Good to see you. I've heard a lot about you. How wonderful you are. I follow Aaron on Facebook. She says, I am the fiance from Backyard Astronaut. So, sightings on 18 wheels. Hello. I still have the footage to go through, but I saw a spinning square with a circle in the middle. It crossed the road in front of me about a foot off the ground. It looked like a side load washer. Oh, wow. But you got footage of it? Ooh, I'd love to see that. Wouldn't you guys love to see that? I sure would. Sightings on 18 Wheels. Great channel, you guys. Go check it out. Please feel free to post your links. If you're not a moderator, you may have to ask a moderator. But you don't really need to post links, because all you have to do is click on that person's icon, and it'll take you to their channel, I think. So anyway, yeah, I'm glad to see everybody here. This is really awesome. So James is down in the barn doing something, probably preparing for Pinochle. Maybe the next week when I go live, we'll have Pinochle by then. I kind of doubt it, because I mean we're talking about, we've got chain link fence, I guess, which is fine for a miniature horse. Because if we put wooden fence up, you just go under it. But I'd say we're probably going to be, he's got to put 150, probably close to 200 foot of fencing, because most of the property is already fenced around where he's going to be. But down the driveway, he's got to put a gate, and then make sure he can't get in the garden or around our fruit trees, because fruit trees can be poisonous to horses and stuff. Not that he could really reach the branches, but still, you know, we got to fence him off. And then he's got to put like a divider in there, because, you know, horses will eat everything. E70ish, hello. Do I never not smile? Well, I used to be, when I used to have to work and my job became extremely stressful, I never smiled, ever. And people thought I was either stuck up or a bitch or both, because I didn't smile. And I was just always stressed and stuff all the time. And I never got enough rest. but I've been retired since 2018. And so, yes, I smile all the time. Hey, you're welcome. Do you have the tiny horse yet? Sorry, I'm just so excited about him. That's what I was just talking about. Well, he's got about close to 200 foot of chain link fence he's got to put up in a gate before we can get him. Because if we put him in here, first of all, if we put him in here, our whole property is fenced, but we do have a driveway. And but if we put him in here right now, he would be able to get out, and the first thing he would do would be run across the road where there's mares up there. He don't care that they're 15,000 times the size of him. He is a stallion. So I was talking about earlier that one of the ways that we're going to help pay for his veterinary expenses and his food and stuff is we're going to stud him out. So he'll appreciate it, and all we have to do is let somebody bring their mare over here, their little mare over here, and spend a few days with him. Okay. And then they just pay us for it. So there are already too much grumpy people around, so please keep smiling. Well, thank you. I try. That's part of, that was one of the reasons why I initially started doing live streams, was because I wanted somewhere positive that people could go. There's a time and place for everything. There's a lot of people who sit around and watch live streams, and it's just like bad news after bad news after bad news, or somebody griping or bitching or complaining or anything like that. That's not what we do here. We have fun. We have giveaways and contests and stuff. I had to take the summer off. I had way too much stuff to do. Plus, I was going through treatments for my back and stuff like that. I finally had my last treatment last week. And but with everything, all my responsibilities, we're homesteading basically. So that comes with a lot of work. And so in the summer, there's, it was too hard for me to do live streams. But now it's all ending. I do still have some pepper plants down there. And now the chickens are my responsibility. I took on myself. I love my girls. They're so sweet. But other than that, now I've got a little bit more time. I've only got this Friday's green market and then another one on November 4th. And then we won't be doing any more until next spring. So then I won't even have that. I keep smiling. I avoid mainstream media. That's exactly what you should do, Craig. If you stop, just turn that dang TV off, you will be a lot happier person. Sorry, was walking the dog and couldn't hear. Can't wait to see him on the land. I know, we can't wait to get him too. Cindy always puts me in a positive mood. That's awesome. That's the point. I want everybody to feel good and feel positive and feel happy when you leave here. So I had friends over this morning and we drank 3 pots of coffee. So if you guys will excuse me, I'll be right back. And I got to get the charger for my laptop and go relieve myself. I will be right back. Sorry, guys. Freshen up my coffee cup too. Guys, I'll be right back. Anybody who just came in, I don't know if you did. Intermission time for just give me a minute and I'll be right back. Coffee, charger, uno momento. I will get this sucker plugged up. Hell no. Because we're having such a good time. I don't want to end it because my battery's going dead. Y'all know I've had to do that before. Okay, let's see here. Yay! I'm back. Thank you. Thank you for sticking around. You know, I've had a gallon of coffee and I'm over 50, so needless to say, I got to take a break every now and then. So, what did I miss? Backyard Astronaut has stepped up their game. The vids are getting better and better, says E70ish. Yeah, you really should check him out if you haven't so far. So who is the Chris with the awesome scope? Chris Rollins, yeah. Yep, he sure does. I've seen it with my own eyes. Sure does. Big old, he got a humongous thing, is behemoth. It's huge. So I showed you guys what I get to the moon with. So I couldn't handle, like, you know what? When I first bought stuff, I bought an 8-inch scope. And I'm really glad that it was malfunctioning. So I had to send it back. But if you guys remember, I know there's some of you that were around, but anyway, it was malfunctioning, so I sent it back, and then I went with the Nikon P1000, and I'm really glad I did. Back up a bit to my last comment about you. Uh-oh. Let's see. What did you say? I'm scared to look. This is my happy face at the end of the week. Always a pleasure to watch one of the most genuine human beings do her thing. Oh, thank you, Craig. You're such a sweetheart. I'll even highlight it. Seems like the larger YouTube channels are trying to turn away people from a small. They do. They think, you know what? Here's the thing. They think you're getting some of their money or their views or whatever it is, but there's a lot of them who do that. And I think it's rotten. Me, I want to promote everybody. All of us little guys, we're the genuine people. We're the ones who ain't in it for profit. We're just in it to share. And so, you know, that's why I just love you guys, because you know, your heart is in it. Your heart is in it, and that's the reason why you do it, because you love it, and you love to share. And that's I missed you guys so much. Well, I took like 3 months off or 4 months off, something like that. But really missed you guys a lot. So, yeah. Everybody, if there are some people here, please check out their channels. Like, share, and subscribe. Same for mine, please. Appreciate it. Always great to share our videos from the heart. That's right. You can tell the difference too. DN, how are you? I saw you earlier and I meant to say hi and then I got sidetracked and I apologize.
Everybody say hi.
Say it.
Hey, everybody.
James says hey. Now everybody will say hi back. So there he is. There's my James.
Dirty hands and all.
Yeah. Woo, what have you been doing?
I'm fixing that gate.
Oh, okay. The top of the driveway?
No, the gate for the chain link fence for the horse.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. They're all asking if we got Pinochle yet, and I said no.
He's working on it right now.
Yeah. Everybody says hi, honey. Pretty stable this week. Good. That's good, DN. I'm glad to hear it. So, yeah, this is a lot of people take a lazy Sunday, and I'll have to be honest with you. Sometimes we do, but we take our lazy Sunday in the middle of the week if we want to, because we're both retired, disabled, retired. We're old and give out, but we probably still do more stuff than a lot of people have our age, I'm sure. Oh, he's already gone, Dana, but I'll tell him you said that. Oh, I'll tell him you said that too, Craig. Yeah, and we've got to move the chicken coop, but he said he can move it by himself. But I want to watch him move it because I'd like to be able to move it by myself too. And I know it uses cable thing and the John Deere, so I'm pretty good at, like, if I just watch somebody do something, then I have to be hands-on. How many of you guys are like that? Like you can sit there and show me how to do something till you're blue in the face, or God forbid, tell me how to do something till you're blue in the face, and I'm not going to get it until I get my hands in there and do it myself. Anybody else here like that? So, and I'm also not, I can't stand to be hovered. So I'm a work by myself kind of a person. So like, you show me, I'll watch. Let me get in there and do it. If I got any questions, I'll ask you. Other than that, out, get lost. That's the kind of person. That's just how I am. The job that I worked at before I was forcibly retired from an injury, I was doing something I'd never done before. I was running a high voltage CNC machine, metal cutter, plasma torch. Lost my dictionary there for a minute. I was running a CNC plasma torch. I was doing all the designing for all of the things that we were making and cutting out of the metal. I was doing all the metal cleaning. I was doing all the shipping as well, and all the painting, everything. Everything from creating a design to uploading that into the computer software, to cutting the metal, to working on the damn machine, to maintenance on the machine. I did everything. But I had, for the first year, I had a whole entire warehouse to myself. And that was awesome. I didn't have anybody aggravating me or bugging me or anything while I was, learning. But I was running that machine by myself within 1 week. Within 1 week. So, by the way, Cindy, if people see stuff on my footage, they are free to use it or screenshot it or whatever. That's awesome, Aaron. That's very sweet. I do my job myself. Don't need anyone to show me, says Craig. Yeah, it is. But anyway, that's just the kind of person I am. I'm a hands-on kind of person. This is the first time I've ever had chickens. So they're kind of my new obsession right now. Wanting to make sure, like, we're doing everything right. And James is like, boy, he tells everybody, boy, Cindy just loves those chickens. And when I heard we were getting them at first, I was like, oh, great. And something else for me to have to do. But now, I get up, I have a cup of coffee or two, relax. I get my morning news and look at you know, whatever I need to look at online for about an hour, and then I go get dressed and get ready for the world. And first thing I do is go take care of my girls. So they're happy. Actually, hey, we actually have 12.5 eggs from them. We actually had 19 eggs from them, but I dropped one of them. But I'll show you guys. These are farm fresh eggs. Like literally, you can't get any fresher. I went out and got one while my friends were here this morning. I heard her down there cackling, so I knew she was laying. And I went and got it, and it was still warm, and I handed it to my friend, and I was like, "Oh, it's still warm." And she kind of acted like, "Whoa." But I'm gonna show you guys what kind of eggs my chickens lay. They lay great big old eggs too. There you go. These are straight from the butt of my chickens. Farm fresh eggs. Very big ones. There you go. They're and like the ones you buy at the store are a real light pale yellow. The yolk is, and farm fresh eggs, they're almost orange. They're real deep and they're a lot richer. So back in the house, there's a big fox outside and it's driving the dog crazy. Wow. Only time we've got fox out here, but the only time I've seen it is on the trail cam. Cindy, we had some in the 70s and 80s. Love to follow you around and eat everything they can. Yeah. I take, like, we're still getting some figs, and because we haven't had a freeze or a frost yet, but we're still getting some figs, and I've already got a bunch in the freezer, figs that I'm going to make fig jam for Christmas. But so now these little bitty ones that are kind of at the top of the fig trees, when they get ripe, I take them down there and I bust them open, and they'll eat the fig right out of my hands. And like if I've got the heel of loaf of bread or something like that, I give that to them. Just whatever they'll eat. Like blackberries, sometimes I'll give them some blackberries. So I'm sure the chickens are glad the eggs didn't come from their butts. Hey Twink, love you, but I have a tarot reading in 10 minutes. Okay, have fun. Thanks for coming by, Dana. Love you, Twinsy. Can't beat a nice egg. Love them. Yeah, they're awesome. And then I like hot, spicy pickled eggs. And so the easiest, and then like in a quart size mason jar, the quart size, you can, I take a dozen hard-boiled eggs, and then I fill the jar up with my favorite hot sauce, vinegar-based hot sauce, which is Tapatio. But from where you are, as long as it's vinegar-based, it doesn't matter, whatever your favorite one is. And fill the jar up with the hot sauce and all the eggs in there, and then put a lid on it, stick it in the fridge, and leave it alone for 10 days to 2 weeks, and then go back and get you one. Man, are they good. Love kitchen scraps, little feathered dustbins. Yeah, they do. Like I took them some stale, I think it was stale potato chips or crackers or something, and they were just going nuts for it. So, but I mean, I can also go pull up a clump of grass and hand it to them, and they're happy about that too. So, but I give them like, you know, leaves and things like that. Of course, we've got their feed, and we give them some scratch every day, and so they really are little garbage disposals. So, like, you know, now I save a lot of my veggie scraps, the ends and pieces that you a lot of people would throw away. I save them and freeze them, and I save bones and things like that, and I make bone broth, which is very high in collagen. And so I take the scraps and I throw them in with the bones in the water and whatever, and pressure cook them for like a couple of hours, and then I let it cook for another 12 to 18 hours to get all that collagen out of them bones, and then I strain it, and that broth is just unreal. It's so delicious and it's so good for you. So so yeah, I mean, there's so many things that you can do that with groceries being so ridiculously expensive and stuff. There's so many things that you can do to make those food dollars stretch. And like I said, that broth, bone broth, it's not only absolutely good for you, but you know, it's a way to use something that normally you would throw away. Freshly killed and fried chicken tastes a little bit gamey, but I would recommend it. Our chickens are for eggs. We're not raising chickens to kill, not at this moment. It's just eggs only. We do have deer meat in the freezer, and I'm not a huge fan of deer meat, but I'll tell you what, if that's all there was to eat, I would eat it. Dig soil, they ate straight on it. Sure cut down slug and other pests also. Yeah, and we've got the chicken coop above the garden. As y'all know, we live on the side of a hill. So we've got the chicken coop above the garden so that nitrogen can soak down into the garden. But it's a chicken tractor, so we have to move it around. So I'm the dishwasher in my house, but James and I made a deal at the beginning of our relationship, and that was that he takes care of the outside and I take care of the inside. So nobody gets mad about nothing. So if I need help with something, he'll come help me, and if he needs help with something, I'll come help him if I can. A lot of the stuff that he does, I can't help with, but that's kind of our deal. So, but I don't mind. I don't mind. I've got a dishwasher. If I had to wash them all by hand, no. Yep. So I missed a little bit of a conversation in there. I don't think it was for me anyway, so that's okay. But so what's the weather like where you're at? I'm really curious, everybody. Today we are 68 and rainy. It's like just kind of a light off and on sprinkle at this time. We're supposed to be having storms later though. So I'm just curious. 68 is a very nice temperature. I'm just not a big fan of the rain because it messes with my sinuses and everything that bends, aches, and hurts when we get cold fronts and stuff to come through. It's hard to get anything done when everything hurts. Raining in the UK, says DN. 17 Celsius, which is what it's colder than 68. So it's like what Fahrenheit, that would be in the 40s. Am I correct? High 40s. I'm a little northeast of you on the Cumberland River, Kentucky. Well, that's awesome. My baby sister lives in Scottsville, and my youngest daughter, my baby daughter, lives in Glasgow, Kentucky. So I don't know Fahrenheit. Well, it doesn't really matter, Anja. I could look it up. I was just trying to guess because, like, I think you're like 0 Celsius is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. So I don't know. It's so funny here. Mostly everything is still is not metric. So, and I'm older. I'm in my latter 50s. I'm on the backside of 55, so I guess I'm older and stuck in my ways. So, as far as like learning and stuff. I like to learn things, but it's stuff I want to learn, and metric system ain't it. 50. Hey, I was close. How about that? I was close. Further east, stuck in the middle of Knoxville, Lexington. You know what? My oldest daughter lives in Louisville. So that's pretty cool. Stuck in the middle of Knoxville and Lexington. So, but we really enjoy our little town that we're from, you guys. You know, there's nothing like being from a small town. And even the city that I lived in when I first moved here, it's a big university town and stuff, and it has just exponentially grown in the population, but the roads aren't, and it's been like that for years. It's growing faster than they can widen the roads, and the traffic is such crap there. Unless I have to go to that town, I don't. Here in this little town, a traffic jam is literally 5 cars behind a tractor or a cow on the road or something like that. So even the main highway that goes through here, you know, occasionally somebody's bull will get out or something like that. So, but that, I love it. I love it here. It's everybody's, you know, friendly, and everybody wants to help everybody. And it's the South. We're the hospitality, you know, all about the hospitality. So the volunteer state, and everybody, it wants to be good to everybody else. And we all really, you know, it's hard to not have everybody know your business in a private town, but you know, it's up to you how much of your business you let people know, right? So, but you know, we have a good time when we do the green market every month. I'm really going to be sad. I got 2 more left, and then winter time, it's just going to be, I'll just put everything online. I'll just everything, because, you know, matter of fact, Amazon had a sale, a 1-day sale the other day, and I got 25 pounds of the clay I use for half price. So I jumped all over that. So I've got enough clay to keep me busy all winter. Helpful and kind. That's awesome, Anja. In the Netherlands. So your weather is comparable to what ours is right now then. Right? Like, I have a really, really good friend that lives here in Tennessee, but she's originally from Australia. And it was always crazy to me that you know, when it's winter there, it's summer here, and vice versa. So it was always kind of, she would go home for the holidays. Here we're all bundled up for the Christmas holidays, and she would go home to see her parents, and she'd have to pack her bikini and stuff. So she'd come back after the first of the year with a nice tan. Not stargazing weather. Yeah, not for us today. It's cloudy. It's been cloudy for 2 days. But bet your bottom dollar, as soon as it clears up, I'll be right back out there. So, it's good coffee. If I do say so myself, I can make a mean cup of coffee. I live on, maybe that's why I smile so much, because I'm jacked up on caffeine. Oh, Lord. So, but, so I've been going for how long, guys? Over an hour now. That's awesome. That's awesome. Can't remember. Oh, there it is. Almost an hour and 15 minutes. So, like I said, it's raining right now, and I've done all my housework except for I got a load of laundry I got to put away. So I have time today to hang out with my bestie friends. Love to film the stars. Writing on Orion and UFOs to show. Waiting on Orion and UFOs to show up. That's why you know what I like with my IR camera is I like to just set it up and just let it record, because I see a lot more stuff when that camera's still. Weather conditions are basically the same over here compared to where you're at. And like Anja said, no good stargazing now, darn it. Caffeine tightening your facial muscles, says Dean. Yeah, I guess it's the caffeine. Is that what it is? Or maybe it's like, so I've actually, since the last time I live streamed, I've actually lost like 15 pounds just from working so hard and stuff. So it's not skin tightening so much as it is loss of the chubbies, the jowls. Craig does have a channel, Anja. A great channel. Very cool one. Matter of fact, I got to work on it. I've got a my favorite channels list or something playlist, and I know Craig's in that, or some of my favorite YouTube channels or something like that, and I need to go through and put everybody in. And I'll be having more time to do all that here very soon. It's just I'm just like covered up busy most of the time right now, and it seems that Sundays are my for the most part are my days that I can do this, and everybody seems to be able to make it, so it's perfect. Cindy, smiling makes you healthy, so keep it up. Well, thank you. Craig, I'm going to follow you back. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, y'all do have awesome channels. And so everybody here, I just want you guys to know how much I really do care about you guys a lot. I really do. I missed y'all when I wasn't live streaming. But I was still putting the videos up. But it was all all I could do to get that done, you know. Throw up shorts every now and then. But I'm back once a week. We'll do it on Sundays. I can't promise it. I can't do an exact time on Sundays, but it'll be early. Sometimes earlier than others. So this is like right here in about probably about a half an hour or so. I have to go prepare for supper, and you know what? I forgot to thaw out meat, and so I got to get that done and figure out what I'm even going to fix, and maybe I'll fix some pasta or something. We were watching together. Now we watch both so I can chat too. That's cool, Anja. Oh, Craig says we care about you and James, Cindy, very much. Thank you, because you guys know we care about you too. They're all. Quinn says to Aaron, I zoomed right in on a couple of your shots, and they are sharp, my friend. Really nice shots. Yeah, he's really doing a good job. It would only behoove you to subscribe to Backyard Astronaut, and to Craig, and to Quinn, and to E70ish. I think you have a channel, and Sightings on 18 Wheels. Very cool channel. Please check it out. And everybody else. Who else has a channel here? Quinn, Burn MC3. When I say Quinn, that's who I'm talking about, because I initially knew him as Quinn. And June doesn't have a channel, but she's an awesome person. And Free Speech Warrior has a channel. Please check her channel out. Very awesome, informative, cool stuff she posts. So make sure you check all those channels out if you haven't yet. Thank you, Quinn. So subscribe to all the channels, says Anja. Yes, please do. Subscribe. Go through and watch their videos. Like them. Share it out if you can. If you've got another social media or whatever that you can share it out. Same for mine. You know, like I said, I don't do this. My goal is not to be monetized. However, I am over 300 subscribers now. Not nowhere near close what I was before my channel got hacked. But I would like to try to get up to 500 just so that I can have my community tab back, because I have so many things like photos and things like that that I'd love to share with you guys. I do share them on my Facebook page, but even that I haven't really done a whole lot with, except sharing some funny memes and stuff and links to my videos. But I really want to try to get that community tab. And from what I understand, you only have to have 500 now. So 200 more subscribers to go. I have a community tab. I'll be able to share stuff. And I'll be doing, I think I would like to have a community tab to be able to utilize it to do some contests and stuff too. So anyway, yeah. I seen Starlink satellite train go by last week. How often do you see it? I have no channel. I just watch you cool people, says E70s. You know what? That is very cool that you saw the satellite train. I have never been able to see it from here, but I've actually seen some people who didn't know what it was, and they thought they had the coolest UFO ever. And I knew what it was as soon as I saw it. But it is really neat to see. And I'll be honest with you, I would love to be able to capture it, because I would love to be able to capture it with my Nikon P1000 and be able to kind of zoom up on it a little bit and see if we can get some definition of what these little boogers look like, you know, when they're on the train. But I haven't been able to yet. I catch the International Space Station fly over my property a lot. But the truth is, it's going by so fast that it's impossible to be able to set the shot up to catch it and to zoom up on it and focus on it. The only way I'm ever going to get a really nice clear shot of the ISS is if I happen to have my camera locked down and pointed in the right direction. So yeah, I probably got a better chance of winning the lottery. Have you heard of Alien Hunter channel? He shows some cool stuff. I have, Craig. That's a good channel. So yeah. So it is a really, really good channel. Alien Hunter, yeah. Matter of fact, I think I'm subscribed. I know I was with my other channel. I don't know if I still am. You know, I lost a lot when my channel got hacked. It wasn't just my YouTube channel that was hacked. It was my entire Google account was hacked. That means all my Gmails, all the pictures and photos and everything I had saved on my drive, all my bookmarks, my passwords, everything. So I actually witnessed it happening as it happened, and I was able to lock down, thankfully, all of my passwords. If you're on I had it set up so that even if you're on a different device than the ones I had registered, you'd have to put my PIN number in there. And that was the only thing that saved my bacon on them not getting my personal information. So thank God. But they did take over my YouTube channel, and they did delete all of my over 500 videos. I had well over 1,000 subscribers. I was like almost 4,000 watch hours for a year. I was that close. And although my goal was never to monetize, my goal has always been to share and to spread positivity. It really affected me. And it wasn't that, oh, I had it all and then let down. It wasn't that. What affected me was all the hard work and time I put into it was gone within minutes. Me and Dana sat there and watched it happen as it happened. It was horrible. So it really, you know, at first I went into fix-it mode, you know, and then after a while it just kind of sunk in. And then there are some other channels on YouTube who were bad-mouthing me, and it just was all too much. And then I had all that work ahead of me for the summer and all that, and I just had to take time off. But I'm back, and I ain't going nowhere. So I will be on every Sunday at not sure what time, but I will be on every Sunday from here on out. And I'm not going to let anyone or anything affect me like that again. It was just like, I wonder if it has a flyover schedule like the ISS. Well, I would say what they're doing, like they're actually sending them up into orbit. So you actually saw the link of them going up into orbit. And then once they get up there, I guess they just separate. I'm not 100%, but I believe that's how it goes. So it's whenever they're sending new ones up, then some people are fortunate enough to be able to see it. My friends just subscribed to you, sweetie. Well, thank you so much, June's friends. So anyway, see what else. Any guys? Okay, here is Q&A time. Ask me anything. Can't guarantee I'll answer, but you can ask me anything. Ask me anything at all. Q&A time. And then I'm probably going to end the stream here in about 20 minutes. Just because I gotta go figure out what I'm gonna cook for supper. My husband works hard and he gets hungry. And so I really need to make sure he has food. You have us good community members who have been with you since day one. We got you, Cindy. I know, Craig. And I appreciate all of you guys so much. Backyard, I'm 6 away from 200. Yay! Yay! That's what we need to do. Anybody who wants to try to, get more subscribers and things like that, that's part of what this live stream is for the little guys like us, the little channels, which are the best channels in my opinion. But all the little channels can spread their word more. So yes, please, if you know of any small channels, even if they're not here, please feel free to let us know. Atmosphere on the moon. I swear on Backyard Astronaut I can see the moon's atmosphere. There is an atmosphere on the moon, 70-ish. There sure is. You can see, I'm telling you, you can. Well, there's the Earth geocorona. They say reaches far beyond the moon. But like even when if I slow my video down and I magnify up really, really close, you can see something. You can kind of see, like, especially with the full spectrum, you can kind of see where it looks like clouds or smog or dust. I don't know what it is. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Well, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Well, you gotta have a chicken to have an egg, but you gotta have an egg to have a chicken. So my answer to that always is ask God. He's the one that created all of us critters on this planet and everywhere else. So ask God. Maybe he'll give you the answer to that. Maybe one day he'll tell one of us. Yeah, but what laid the egg, Craig? The Bearded Jedi. Hello. But I'm on YouTube only for the fun, you guys. I have no idea how to make money with YouTube anyway. Exactly. You know what? They put their criteria almost impossible to get. There's some people that got lots and lots of subscribers really fast. And in my opinion, I could not understand by their content how they got lots of subscribers so fast unless they paid for them. I'm not accusing nobody of nothing, and I'm not speaking of anyone in particular at all. Because some people have really, really good stuff, and they do get lots of subscribers pretty quick. But what we do is kind of a small demographic of people. A lot of people don't even care to look up. They don't give a crap what's in the sky. They don't believe in UFOs. They don't believe in anything, just what's in front of their face. But it's the way I feel about it is I don't care if they watch my videos or not. I don't care if anybody watches them or not. I just put it up there for anybody who does want to watch them can. Because, I grew up the way I grew up, and in my early adulthood, it was rough. I mean, financially and everything. I had to make it on my own and do my own thing, and I didn't have money. I always loved the sky and always loved the moon, but I never even had the money when I was young to even buy a cheap telescope. And so I always had to only look through telescopes that, like, if I went to somebody's house and they had one or something like that. So when I was able to finally purchase my own, that was like the best day of my life. And when I'm looking at the moon through my cameras, and when I'm looking at my video footage and stuff like that, I think about all those times I looked up and just on a side note, I'm extremely nearsighted, so I especially can't see what a lot of other people can see with their naked eye. I can't see it anyway, even with glasses. But when I got that and I saw the stars and the moon up close for the first time in my life, I cried. On the first night that I had that camera, I just broke down in tears, and it was tears of joy. and because I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And so that's what inspired me to want to make these videos, is for people to be able to see what I see without having to spend thousands of dollars on equipment. You know, I wish there was no YouTube, there was no internet when I was young, let alone YouTube. So can I just say, since using my laser in the sky at night, I get flash like responses from the stars. I have a laser pointer that was given to me by Zombie. It's a really good one, but we live very, very close to a small airport, and we have a lot of air traffic. So we do not use the laser very much, but we have gotten responses as well. And Bearded Jedi, loving your moon videos. Thank you so much. So that is why we don't use it that much, because of the air traffic. Would sure hate to cause somebody harm just from a little bit of fun, you know. So for that reason, we do not use the laser pointer very often at all. Only like sometimes if we're both out there and James sees something going through in the night and I can't see it, he'll use the laser pointer to point the area of the sky that I need to look. Because it's pitch black out here at night, you guys. We don't have no light pollution whatsoever. It's pitch black. You can't see your hand in front of your face. So if he's pointing, look that way, I can't even see his hand, see which way he's pointing. So the laser pointer, and then I'll say, okay, and then I'll point my camera in that direction. That's all we use it for. I've been looking for a telescope at yard sales anywhere, secondhand, I don't care. It's tough times now. Thanks to you and everyone with the channel. Thanks. You know what? I've found some really cool stuff at yard sales. People now, yard sales are the best. Right now is the best time to go to yard sales because a lot of people are having it tough. They're stuck in the slave banking, credit slavery crap, and don't have any money because they're so busy paying back the evil ones and working and stuff, but they're selling off their stuff. So you go to these yard sales and you will find things like telescopes and cameras, and we're on like you know, local sales. We have what's called local sales network, things like that. And right now is a fantastic time to find things that are in good shape that are dirt cheap. So keep looking, 70-ish. Keep looking, you'll find it. I have faith you will get one. When I use my laser, a quick flash is all that's needed, says Craig. I keep the laser in the same spot all the time, no messing around, no Luke Skywalker stuff. Honestly, something is responding from the stars, man. I believe you. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen it happen, and I've shared a video with that happening, but it was on my old channel. First time I got a response, I crapped my pants and ran back inside. That's how you know I'm not lying. Evening from the UK, by the way. Hope y'all okay. The Bearded Jedi. You crapped your pants, huh? That's too funny. Oh my goodness. So, but now one time James and I were out here. It was a really dark night. There was no moon, and we saw several times something big come up and actually slow down and hover. And I didn't even have it was so hovering out here above the trees for so long that I had time to run inside, grab my camera, set it up and everything, and still catch it. But as soon as I came out and turned the camera on and hit record, it went and took off. And that was on my old channel, and that video was one that was deleted. I'm so lucky with my sweet lady Anja that she's so supportive and sometimes even helping me with setting my stuff up because they're heavy. Oh, you're a good wife or fiance, Anja. You guys are such a sweet couple, and I appreciate you both being here. In our living room, there's a place where we keep the telescopes. It is very nice because we have a moon lamp and a nebula lamp. It looks awesome, says Anja. I bet it does. So this is my little corner. This is my little personal space. It's literally from, I'll see, like from here, and this is about from the other edge of my table to the wall is about 8 feet and 8. So I have like about a 16 square foot spot that is just my own. And all this property. That's all I need though. Like I have my little, I'll show you guys. I'll show you. See, this is my little work area. All my tools, my paints, and that's just the other side of the table. And then these behind my chair is milk crates stacked 4 high. That all but the top one are full of things I've made for the green market. I'm not going to have enough room. I'm not going to have enough room to fit my to fit all my stuff. We might have to take two vehicles next time. So, but last green market I almost sold out of everything, and that was awesome. Lots of Scots in here. Yeah, and I am by heritage I am mostly German. My mother's from Munich, but on my mom's side, my mom is half German. She was born in Germany, but my grandpa on my mom's dad was from Deep Woods, Kentucky, and so mom always called herself a German hillbilly. But on my dad's side, there's a lot of German, but there's also a lot of Native American. So I'm mostly German and Native American. All you Scots are taking over. That's okay. I like you guys. You're awesome. Some of the finest people I've ever known. Woman cave, yeah. Or she shed. It's not a shed though. This is a whole entire room. But just this little tiny corner is my spot. I have my own chair in the living room and my own little spot in there too. But I'm half Scottish, I think. Well, my mom's from Dundee, says the bearded Jedi. I think that's why the beard's orange. Is that a Scottish thing, that the orange or the red hair? Is Irish and Scottish? Hello from Romania. Hello. I don't know how to say your name, but I'll just say hello. Backyard is sending a video. Cool. I probably won't be able to show it on this live stream, but because I would have to download it and stuff. I might be able to pull it up. I don't know. But I'm on my Wi-Fi, and so I don't know if it'll play it. Last time I tried to play a video, it was just choppy, 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 because the Wi-Fi out here is shit sometimes. But yeah, I'm going to get off here in about 5 minutes or so, you guys. But I love you guys, and I appreciate y'all being here. And who wants to say? I can't do any sky watching tonight, if you're asking me, because we have a cloudy, rainy day. But I am working on a video. Matter of fact, I've just got to, this evening I will be uploading another moon video. There's nobody out there that gets moonshots like you. Well, thank you. You know, there's a lot of people are too worried about what the astrophotographers say you have to do. You have to put it on this setting. You have to put it on that. No, you don't. It's your camera. Do whatever you want to do. You know? Anyway, but like when I first got the camera, I was out every day that I could, every minute. If it was cloudy, it was partly cloudy, I would literally stand up there and wait for the clouds to get out from in front of the moon just so I could get it. But after doing it for a couple of years, let's see, when did I get my camera? 2019. So for 3 years now, I've figured out when's the best time, what's the best conditions, and I get enough quality footage so that I can go out for, let's say, 10 minutes and get 10 minutes worth of video, and I can make 2 to 3 videos out of that 10 minutes worth of footage. So because And I also have an eye for things. You know, I see things that a lot of people don't see. So, and even while I'm actually shooting, not getting it in the editor and magnifying is great, but actually seeing it while you're shooting it, then you know you can kind of concentrate on it a little bit. But thank you so much. Thanks for being amazing, host Cindy. Support the channel, like and subscribe. Thank you, Craig. Yes. Late to the party. Nice to see your smile again, says Planet X. Thank you so much. Nice to see you. I will be on every Sunday. At this point, I cannot guarantee what time on Sunday. It's just whenever I can. But as far as, you know, I'll give you as much prior notification as I can. Like today, I was only able to give about 15 minutes. Moonlight Mile by the Rolling Stones video makes me smile and a little melancholy. Love the music. Awesome. So like the music that I pick, I have like a couple of factors. One is the length of the song. I like to make sure that I play the entire bit of music from beginning to end in honor of the artist who created the music. And then the duration, you know, like I said, but also depends on what mood I'm in. Like sometimes when I'm sitting there making moon videos, I'm jamming. So if it's not like some songs I can't use because they won't let me. I've had to re-upload a couple, 2 or 3 times where I've uploaded a video and the music person, the music artist that I have for the background music, they put a ban on it. They don't let you use it at all. But most of them do. In place of, they say I can use their music, but they get to place ads and you can't monetize the video. I'm like, okay, well, that's fair enough. I'm using their music. They can put ads on my videos if they want. And for me to get to use that song, then I'm good with that. But you know, that's kind of my thing. So I uploaded one. I can use Black Sabbath, but I can't use Ozzy Osbourne, which is kind of weird. But I had an Ozzy Osbourne song that's how I found out that I had to change. And it was like I love that music, that song I picked and everything, and it just didn't work out. So that does happen to me, but you never know what kind of music I'm going to put. It might be pop, it might be usually older rock because that's kind of my favorite. But on the IR videos, it could be anything. So I'll check Messenger, Aaron. Thank you very much. So I got like some itching me. Like we were sitting outside earlier and it was I probably got bit by a mosquito. So, but yeah, so I'm going to get off here in about 3 minutes, you guys. I am so happy that y'all came by. It's so good to see everybody. I love you guys a lot. And I will definitely be back next Sunday. I'll try to give as much forewarning as I can. And so in the meantime, this evening after supper, great stuff from Mike, your new subscriber. Well, thank you. And hello, Michael Gray. So I will be putting a moon video up this evening. I got to go get prepared for supper. And Planet X says I'll be on time next week. Like I said, I can't guarantee exactly what time I'll do it, but it'll be earlier. Like today I had company this morning, so I couldn't go earlier. But I love you guys. Thank you for coming by. I just wanted to say that again. I always look forward to seeing everybody. And I guess that's it. That's all I can say is one more thing. One more thing I want to say before I sign off. And y'all know what that is. Happy sky watching. Love you guys. Mwah. Bye.